Hi, welcome to Arkham, where I'll be providing you guys with a Christian perspective on life. My name is Ryan Kamaska. Thank you for joining me today. This is episode number 6, so I'm pretty excited. So I'm just going to get right into things. So this past week, Democratic State Representative John Rogers from Alabama had a brief moment of honesty during a hearing regarding an abortion bill. He said something wild, so I'm just gonna quote him right now. So he said, "So you kill them now, or you kill them later." I want you guys to check out that video real quick.
All I'm saying to you, it ought to be a woman's choice. I'm not about to be, as a male, tell a woman what to do with her body. She has a right to make that decision herself through rape or incest. Some kids are unwanted. So you kill them now, kill them later. You bring them in the world unwanted, unloved. Then you send them to the electric chair. So you kill them now, kill them later. But the bottom line is that I think we should be making this decision.
Wow. Kill them now or kill them later. How about we don't kill little babies? How about instead of taking the lives of these innocent babies, we allow them the precious gift of life? I just think it's insane. It's just insane that he's making this argument. But I do appreciate the fact that he's had a brief moment of honesty, and he's stated what abortion actually is. It's killing the life of another human being. And he's not using euphemism, so I guess I could appreciate that at least they're being honest at this point in the abortion debate. Now, he also goes on to make an argument that children are going to go through life unloved and unwanted. Says who? Who says those children are going to be unloved and unwanted? Can this man see the future? Is this man God? Does this man have foresight that the rest of humanity doesn't have, where he can see the lives that these babies are going to have before they ever happen? I don't think so. I don't think so. No. I don't think it's up to us to decide what kind of future these babies are going to have, or if we should allow them to live because we don't think they're going to have a quality of life. And I'm willing to bet that there are countless people that would be willing to adopt these babies. Because for every unwanted baby, there is a mother who desperately wants a baby. For every unloved child, there is a family who is looking to give all that child the love and support they will need to grow into the person they were created to be. I just think this is so sick. I just cannot believe that this governor said this, and I encourage you guys to reject it, and I encourage you guys to continue to speak out against this pro-choice movement, because it's not really a movement of choice. It's a movement of murder, of taking the lives of other human beings. It's a movement that denies people, other human beings, basic human rights. And one of those rights is the right to live. And I think that is something worth fighting for. That is something worth speaking out. And that is something that we should not be silent on. Moving on, I wanted to talk briefly about the ban that Facebook issued this past week. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what's going on, Facebook recently changed their policies, and they also use it as an opportunity to ban some people they are labeling as being far right. Now, maybe some of those people are, maybe some of them aren't, but the fact is that Facebook during this past week banned at least 4 accounts that I'm aware of. So they banned Alex Jones, who had already had a lot of his stuff banned already. So they banned his main news website, InfoWars. They banned Paul Joseph Watson. They banned Laura Loomer, and they banned Louis Farrakhan. Now, I'm not really familiar with with a lot of what Louis Farrakhan says, and I'm also not familiar with a lot of Laura Loomer's work. I have watched some of Paul Joseph Watson's stuff, and I've been following some of the conversation on Twitter. And evidently, Paul Joseph Watson didn't do anything that would warrant getting banned. So that's a little disconcerting. But the fact is that they banned all these people under the guise of hate speech, that their speech incites violence, or that their speech is violence. First of all, speech is not violence. You know, I can say something hateful, and none of you are going to be physically injured by what I said. So my words are not violence. Maybe my words could be hurtful. Maybe our words could be hurtful. You know, yeah, I would agree with that. Some things people say are deeply troubling and deeply hurtful. But I don't think that saying mean things is the same as violence. You know, I don't agree with that. I think that's utter nonsense. So Facebook banned all these people, and people on the conservative are rightfully on the conservative side are rightfully concerned, and the Democrats are applauding this. And I think it's very short-sighted, because I believe that eventually, if they could do it to these guys, that they could do it to you. That they could do it to any person that disagrees with the progressive agenda or voices an opinion they deem as hateful. So when did opinions become hateful? See, I have a lot of opinions that the rest of the world would find hateful. Does that make me hateful? No. It doesn't make me hateful at all. It's that I believe a lot of what the Bible says. I believe that we're all guilty of sin. That would be a hateful idea, especially if some of those sins challenge many of the lifestyles that our world celebrates. Yeah, I could theoretically now fall under the guise of hate speech and be banned, and that's really scary. Because Facebook is the new public square. The Facebook is the place where people come together, they share their ideas, they voice their opinions, and Facebook has said that they are a platform, not a publisher. So they don't get the right to just arbitrarily decide who gets to say what, unless they're a publisher. But then if they're a publisher, then they are liable for the stuff that is put out on Facebook. So they really gotta make a decision as to what they actually are, instead of saying we're not a publisher, but you can't say this and this and this and this. They have an ideological slant. Not everybody in the country is progressive. There's a vast majority of people that are still conservative, that still hold to conservative ideals. That doesn't make us hateful. If you don't like our opinion, you know what? The solution is not to ban us. The solution is to challenge our ideas that you perceive as bad with better ideas. But the thing is, I don't think conservative ideas are bad, actually, at all. I think they're good, very good, in fact. And you want to know what? If people from the left or from the Democratic Party had ideas that I don't like, which they do, my solution is not to ban their ideas, not to shut them out and ban them from being able to voice their opinions. No, I challenge bad ideas with good ideas. I challenge wrong thinking with right thinking. I challenge what I believe to be are lies with the truth. So if you believe what you're saying is true, then it shouldn't matter who's saying what nonsense. If you really believe what you're saying is true, because you have the truth on your side. But deep down, I don't think people actually believe that. I believe deep down they know that some of the ideas they have are wrong, and that's why they don't want to hear other people speak, because those people are speaking truth. Also, so a lot of these people they label as racist. Maybe some of them are. I for one think racist people should say their racist nonsense. I think I know we live in a free country where we are entitled to our opinion. We are entitled to say what we want because we have the freedom of speech. We all have that right. So why are we going to try to thwart some people's ability to speak? I don't like it. And like I said, if somebody's racist, I would rather them be openly racist, saying their racist nonsense, so that we can stand up and challenge them, so that we can stand up and challenge that wrong thinking, and that we can still expose them to a different worldview, a worldview that's different than their own, instead of banning them and then pushing them to the fringes of society. I actually don't think that's beneficial. I think it's very possible that we could actually create echo chambers for both the radical racist and the progressive worldview, where all we're hearing is the sound of our own ideology. It doesn't mean that people aren't racist anymore. It just means you don't know where they are. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know where they're meeting. Did they find another place to meet where now the only ideas that they're exposed to are their own, and now they're meeting together to discuss those ideas without anybody interjecting, without anybody standing up and saying, hey, this is wrong. What do you think is wrong? Are they meeting in person now? Are they going to meet in person now? Have meetings? I think there's very real problems with this, and if you don't see that, you're either blind or you don't want to see. And I don't think the solution is just to ban everybody. People are going to say mean, hateful things, I think we are, people are smart enough to discern for themselves who to listen to and who to not listen to. We don't need Facebook, we don't need big tech telling us who's worth listening to and who's not. We can decide on our own. Guess what I do when somebody's posting something I disagree with? Well, one, I challenge their ideas, but let's say they're posting something that is like explicit and I don't want to see it. Some people post pornography. I don't want to see that. Some people post like really graphic images. I don't want to see that. So guess what I do? Unfollow. It's that simple. Oh my God. You can actually hold yourself accountable, and you can actually do something on your own. You don't need big tech to do it for you. You can actually unfollow. It's as simple as that. Or guess what? Here's your phone. You see something you don't like? Oh my God. You could put your phone down. There's so many other things we could do instead of just banning people. I don't like their idea, so they can't talk. Done. What? Come on, people. You got to be more thick-skinned than that. People are going to say a lot of things that we don't disagree or we don't agree with. Have you ever, and take some time and look at how people talk about Christians. Look at how they talk about Christians. Christians are constantly at the receiving end of hatred and animosity. They are constantly being attacked and condemned. They are constantly being spoken out against, constantly being made fun of. Do you see me crying, saying, "Oh no, like they can't say that"? No, let them say that, because I just challenged their wrong thinking. I just think it's wild. Also, think about this. One last thing. So a lot of y'all on a daily basis criticize and make fun of and curse Donald Trump. And you say hateful things about him. Could you now be banned because you're saying hateful things about Donald Trump? Probably. Probably. Now, do I think Mark Zuckerberg would fall through on that? No, I don't. But there's a double standard. So look at every hateful thing you've said about Donald Trump and think to yourself, would it be fair if you got banned for those for what you said? Should you be banned for what you said, or should you be entitled to your opinion? I would think that you Donald Trump haters would say, no. I should be able to criticize the person. So why is there the double standard? That's what I don't understand. So it's just something to think about, and get outside yourself for a second. Our society does this thing where they can't listen to other people's opinions, or if somebody like myself is sharing their opinion, they automatically slap a label on them. You know, you're a bigot, you're a racist, you're this, that, and the third. No, just listen to my idea, and if you don't like it, then challenge my idea. Don't name call me. And the easiest way for me to tune somebody out is when they start name calling. Okay, well then obviously we can't have a dialogue. Obviously you're not willing to listen, and you're not worth talking to. Then you're not somebody I want to talk to. I can talk to people, and I can talk to people who disagree with me. But when you start suddenly name calling and not being able to defend your position or not being able to articulate your belief, well then yeah, I'm not going to listen to you. We have nothing to talk about, because I'm not gonna sit back and have somebody continue to demean me. Life doesn't work that way. So yeah, I would just tune you out. But what I wouldn't do is ban you. So that's my rant for the day. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. Also, if you could like and subscribe and share this content if you enjoy it, that would be wonderful and would help me out tremendously. Have yourself a blessed day.